Yes, sir. It's another episode of From Downtown. Today is May 13th, 2024. It's a nice Monday, gloomy Monday, but hey, it's nice all the same. Over this past weekend, there was a lot of good hoops going on, a lot of good basketball, in which I feel like both of these series, well, now I'm saying both, but many of these series, I want to say even it's nobody up like 3-1, nobody up like everything is either. No, I think the Celtics are up 3-1. I might be tripping, but I feel like every series so far is like tied up or getting close to be 2-2. So I really feel as if this playoffs is going to be more of a they're going to make it, they're going to stretch it out, pause, to like have the fan interaction, the fan support, the fan popularity type shit. But I really feel like this is going to come down again to the Nuggets and the Celtics. Not again, but I feel like it's going to be the Nuggets and the Celtics in the finals. Um, Best teams are playing like the best teams right now. There are normally a couple games in which you can't account for, especially like with the Nuggets playing the Timberwolves getting blowed out their first game, a second game, and then you're losing the second game and then it's over with. So I think that series being back 2-2, especially like the Thunder Mavs series, our damn Minnesota Nuggets series, that Knicks Pacers series. I feel like putting those series back even, it just makes playoff basketball more fun to watch, and especially when it actually means something. So I think that some games will definitely end in 6, but I do see at least one of these series going to Game 7, in which I feel like the home team should be able to win that or pull that off, but we'll never know. I just feel like they're gonna kind of milk this round out, pause, until you can get to the conference finals and shit. What everybody's paying attention anyway. So moving forward, thinking about tonight, baseball as well over the weekend was very good. We had a few games that we didn't truly think that could happen. I guess who had that big game? Tyreek Screwball against, I want to say that was the Astros, not yesterday or the day before yesterday. Had a big game. Um, Walker had a big game. That was Thursday of last week. I'm trying to think about any other pitchers that really caught my eye this weekend. Somebody had a good 9-10 strikeouts yesterday, and I feel like it was a Reds pitcher, but it wasn't Lodolo, or was it? I think Nick Lodolo had a big game too. So it's like the the pitching was amazing this weekend. I feel like a lot of the teams that necessarily don't always come out with the best pitchers kind of had some good outings this weekend, and starting the day, there's only 3 games really that I really want to talk about, because the rest of the games are truthfully just like division games that doesn't mean anything so far, so early in the season. So looking at it, let's go ahead and hop into it. Jose Barrios and the Toronto Blue Jays are going to Baltimore to face Corbin Burns and the Orioles. Corbin Burns and the Orioles. Corbin Kearns. But I do think that the Orioles win this game. I think Corbin Burns has 6+ strikeouts. I did the, like, what is it when you put those together, the player performance doubles? I remember I put that in as well. I put like 6 Ks and the Orioles win. I just think that with Barrios on the mound, the Blue Jays gives up a lot of runs. I think it happened last week. Thinking about it before then as well, they lost their game with Jose Barrios. I think he's like 1-3 right now so far, 2-3 right now. But I think tonight he doesn't do the things necessary to keep the ball inside the park. I think that people like Gunnar Henderson and Anthony Santan. Do I think so? I think Elliot Rushman can have a good game, but Santander, it could be a big game for Santander. He's lefty, who he's a great pitcher, and I think that Jose Barrios is definitely a pitcher who doesn't have movement on most of his his fastballs are any pitch that he pitches past like 85 miles per hour. So I think he gets hit tonight, and I think the Orioles win. Next game that I want to talk about is our game, which is the Phillies at the New York Mets. We're starting this series off with the Phillies after coming off of a series with the Braves, and I feel like we were just lucky to win one. Yeah. So Sean Manaea on the mound tonight against the Phillies. Christopher Sanchez. Looking here, we're plus 1.5 at home, and I think I would definitely take that there because the Phillies aren't necessarily one of the best teams in our division right now. I would say Braves probably one, and then we could be second with the Phillies, like jostling for that spot there. But honestly, I think that Sean Manaea has a good game. He goes at least 5. If he goes 5, I think we win. Barring any type of Final Four bullshit like the Phillies, like Bryson Stott getting up there or Alec Bohm getting up there and hitting a 3-run home run. Hitting wise, I think Starling Marte has a good game against Christopher Sanchez. I think honestly, I think Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper has a good game against Manaea, but that's the only two that I can think from that side, and Schwarber that I can think from that side that could really hit the ball out the park consistently against Manaea or have played Manaea so far throughout this season, and as well as like going back with history against Sean Manaea as well. So I think the Mets keep it close. I think we have plus 1.5. I don't know about the win here. We're at home, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do win coming off of a great fucking Braves game. Not series, but the last game we played against them was great. And the last game of the night that I want to talk about is the Cubs going up against the Braves. Honestly, the Cubs are pitching Shota Imanaga, and I really feel like he's like one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. I feel like he's doing everything necessary to keep his team in games. He works counts. He hits spots. He gets to the corners. He is fucking doing everything in his power to keep that ERA under 1. I think he still might be under 1. I think he gave up 1 home run in this last outing, 1 run. But hey, everybody gives up a run at least at some point. So I think that tonight he kind of keeps the game close. But I did take their plus 1.5 and move it up to plus 2.5. I don't think they lose by 3 runs, but they probably can lose by 2 or 1. So honestly, I really think Imanaga goes out there and has another good game, but that's the Braves lineup. And when that Braves lineup is clicking, it's fucking shit. It don't matter who you are, you're getting hit, buddy, and they're gonna have a good game. I think honestly, Imanaga in my mind should be able to get through at least. He should be able to get through the lineup twice. That's how I kind of think about it with pitchers. So it's like he should be good by the 4th, 5th, 6th inning to be pulled if he's not having a great game, which makes me nervous because that bullpen for the Cubs is kind of ass, and I definitely would tell you to take the under here if Imanaga goes out there and has a fucking 6th inning type of game again. But honestly, if with Shota getting pulled in the 4th or the 5th, I gotta lean towards the over of the 7.5 here tonight. Not that Imanaga is going to give up a lot of runs. It's just that once he does leave that mound, if he gives up 1 or 2 runs, and I'm banking on him giving up 0 because I put under on my card already. But talking it out, it's like it should be an over type of game, especially if Imanaga gets hit the second time going through that lineup. So that's all we have tonight for baseball. Tomorrow, baseball is going to be a lot better. A lot more pitchers that I guess I'm familiar with. I'm more in tune with to understand how they've been pitching this season compared to, like the last. Because I've been using like history and how much I know they played against each other and all of this and whatnot. And that shit, it works most of the time, but not for young pitchers like Christopher Sanchez, like the pitcher we're going against tonight for the Phillies. So I'm going to keep that moving and keep the model progressing and updating, but our model is definitely on it when it comes to baseball, but we have to figure it out with this fucking sport called basketball. So NBA action for the night starting at 6 o'clock. The Boston Celtics are at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Um, the Cavs in that last game, it's just hard to watch the Cavs. I guess it's not hard to watch them play. It's just hard to see that Darius Garland. It's like he's not 100% out there when that team is playing. To me, like I feel like he's not mentally there. I don't know the man. I don't know him from anybody else on the street, and I don't know what his mental makeup is. I can't tell you that. I never talked to him, but I'm just saying, like, honestly, like from the eye test, it looks like he just doesn't care. Like he looks like he wants to be traded, or he knows he's going to be traded. It looks like as if he doesn't really want to run a team. It sounds like it looks like if Donovan Mitchell he the bully in the fucking locker room who telling him, yeah, nigga, you ain't touching the ball when I got it. Like that type of shit. And when he do touch it, he like, you know what? I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna just pass it back to Donovan. And nah, I feel like, nah. So Darius Garland is, I was talking to somebody and I was like, bro, he could definitely be one of the best guards in our NBA right now. But he just doesn't, it just doesn't seem that way because, Donovan Mitchell wants the ball, of course, but you can't facilitate the ball to Donovan Mitchell. Like, Donovan Mitchell is a scorer. He's going to get it off the rim and score. He's going to score as soon as he touches it in the half court. He's not one of those guys you have to put in a spot for him to score. So I feel like DG needs to be with I don't feel like DG even needs to be with a star. I just feel like he needs to be around people that can score off of his passes. Donovan Mitchell is a great catch and shoot guy. But there's a lot of times where DG is not doubled and they're kind of pushing him to the strong side, and Donovan Mitchell's in that corner on their wing on the strong side as well. You don't really get that much skip action when I look at the Cavaliers. So, yeah, it's going to be hard for Darius Garland to be able to fucking facilitate when you don't skip the ball. You kind of keep the things on your strong side of the court. Which it should be, folks. I mean, playing good basketball is definitely that. Keeping the ball where your numbers are better compared to the defense. Then, of course, yeah, you got to just make sure that the backside guy doesn't step up and give help to Mobley. Yeah, because if you notice, like, them missing Jared Allen hasn't even been it's been a problem, I think, rebounding wise, but it hasn't been a problem like defensively or offensively when they score. Evan Mobley can definitely play the post, and Darius Garland can definitely play the fucking roaming guard, but it's hard to play it when it looks like Donovan Mitchell is the goddamn all-star, the best thing that they've seen since damn cooked rice. Last game of the night that I want to talk about, keep this one short and sweet because it is very nasty outside and I want to enjoy a rainy day. You know what I do? Take a nap. No, I'm playing, but I'll probably go play a game or some shit. But last game of the night at 8:30 is OKC at Dallas. This game is another pick'em game. I think this game is a 1-point game or a 1.5-point game. Honestly, one of the closest series we were probably going to have. Blowouts wasn't expected this weekend, even though we got like two. I think the Pacers blew out the Knicks, and then we had what's that Mavs game? Isn't that Thunder game a blowout? It was another game that was a blowout. I don't think it was the Celtics and the Cavs. Yeah, fuck it. But I think that the Mavericks win this game tonight. I think Kyrie has a big game. I think that we've been seeing a shell of Kyrie because probably the fans have been fucking aggravating the hell out of Kyrie. And like Kyrie is one of those guys who needs to be mentally there. His mental fortitude is fucking probably strong as hell. Like, knowing the shit he had to go through with that Amazon shit, and then to continue to stand by your word and keep playing. So I respect that brother. I respect him for everything that he does, and I think that tonight he has a good game. He's back in his home, like his home environment, his own environment, with his family. And just goes out there and ball. I think he has a good 20, 25, 30 type of game where you can ladder him tonight, and yeah, he's just back to himself, I think. But I think that Shea also has a great game in which I feel like they can play off each other. Because it's like, the way I see the Thunder and Mavericks game series going, is really going to be like I don't think home court really matters, but I think they split everywhere they go until like game 6. I think even if this is the first game in Dallas, I think they split these two games. One of these games out here goes to Thunder way, and honestly, it wouldn't. I'm not even gonna be shocked about it. Uh, there's not necessarily home court advantages for both of these teams. I think the Thunder, OKC might be more rocking than the Mavericks Arena, what is it, American Airlines Center. I think, yeah, I just think that the Mavs, it just showed me tonight. Like if Mark Cuban finds a way to get people in there, get people riled up, get people fucking screaming, get people going, then if it's a hostile environment, I think the Mavs win both. But I don't think Dallas is a hostile environment compared to OKC. Yeah, I just don't think it goes that way. But I do think the others have a good game. I think like when I say the others, I mean Jalen Williams, and that's the light skinned Jalen Williams, not the dark skinned one, not J Dub. I think people like, I mean, Tim Hardaway has good games regardless, and it's just funny seeing his daddy talk when he be like, when Luka's not on the floor, the ball gets to move seamlessly, and I be like, damn, but it's true, but it's like, fuck, you wouldn't have made it here without Luka, so let's stop this shit. And of course, your son can score. We get it. Tim Hardaway is definitely a good second option, a good option off the bench, good six man. If Kyrie wasn't there, probably be a starter. But I mean, hey, can he do what he does consistently? And we'll have to see that tonight. Because I think that his game helped propel them to that win against OKC the last game, in which, Tim Hardaway kind of came in the second half and went crazy. Not crazy, but, like 8-10 points. Timely steals, timely threes, timely layups. And then you realize, like, okay, Luka's back on the floor. Let him go finish this shit. But, yeah, that's what I think for those games that's going on tonight. Looking forward, I think that this series, Mavs and the Thunder, actually goes 6, in which the Thunder win it. But if it goes 7, the Mavs get it. And honestly, I feel like that's how it's going to be. If it ends in 6, it's because OKC found a way to win tonight. But it's going to take a lot for them to win tonight. That's why I say the others are going to be a main part of this game. Jalen Williams. We're going to say that shit like that. But other than that, we're going to keep it going tomorrow, and we will lock back in. So this is From Downtown. See you guys then.